Hello and welcome. You're watching News 18 and I am Akash Sharma coming live from Charles De Gaulle, the nuclear powered aircraft carrier that has made a port call here in Goa. It was a part of joint exercise of India and France and was here in the Indian Ocean region for a number of days. Now it has made a port call and will be here at port for next 5 days. We have been given to understand that after 2019, this is for the very first time when this naval aircraft carrier, which is nuclear powered, has made a port call here in India. It was a part of 21st edition of India and France bilateral naval exercise Varun, and it was not the only aircraft carrier which has been a part of these such exercises. However, it is the very first naval aircraft carrier that is nuclear powered and has been built outside the US. We have been given to understand about a number of features of this aircraft carrier, but the first and foremost one is the capacity of the deck. We have been told that it can carry at least 30 aircrafts on this particular deck. It has Marine Rafale, it has Hawkeye, and it has also a presence of marine helicopters. There you are seeing the visuals of these Marine Rafales, and these Marine Rafales are very important because these are the aircrafts that have been shortlisted by Indian Navy, and we may soon see these aircrafts being a part of Indian Navy. This joint exercise is again very important. Joint exercise Varun is very important because it is an exercise that shows the strategic partnership of India and France. This was the 21st edition, and talking about this particular year, so this year marks the 25th anniversary of the partnership of India and France. While it is about the Indian Ocean region, the presence of this naval aircraft carrier is very, very important because we know that how countries like China have their clear dominance and increasing dominance in the Indian Ocean region, and at a time when countries like India and France come together, it gives a clear message to China as well. We have seen in the past that how China has tried to invade the borders of India at the actual line of control, and when it is about the Indian Ocean region, so we know the strategic importance of this particular presence. Talking about the naval aircraft carrier, so we have been given to understand that 30 years is the average age of the crew of Charles de Gaulle, and this deck, if you can see the visuals, this deck has a length of 260 meters. Also, we have been told that while a Rafale is taking off from this particular deck, it can attain a speed of 260 kilometers per hour in just 3 seconds. Also, the difference of the time in two simultaneous landings, in fact the takeoffs, is as short as just 30 seconds. So one can see the features like such. And also talking about different places, it has got automated functions at various junctures, be it the navigation bridge, be it the hangar where it has the capacity of more than 25 aircrafts at a time, where the technical glitches of the aircrafts can be taken care of. So it has a number of features, and the reason why we are talking about Charles de Gaulle at this point in time today is because of its presence in the Indian Ocean region. We know that the Indian Navy is working on several indigenous platforms. We have seen the induction of INS Vikrant, and in comparison, one cannot compare INS Vikrant with Charles de Gaulle, but in comparison also, it is a nuclear powered aircraft carrier that makes it different from all others. India and France share a very strategic and a very strong bond when it is about friendship, and this year marks the 25th anniversary of this bonding. While talking about Varun, so it was year 1993 when this joint exercise was first started, and since then we are seeing this annual exercise happening between these two countries. This exercise was named Varun in year 2001, and it's not the aircraft carrier of France, but a number of uh, airplanes and aircrafts from Indian Navy are also a part of this particular exercise. We have been told that 2,000 sailors from France were a part of this 5 days joint exercise that has been concluded now, that has ended now. In fact, 16th January was the time when it was first started, and 20th January it ended on 20th January. And today, while this aircraft carrier Charles De Gaulle has made a port call here in Goa, it is happening after 2019, so it has its own importance and is somewhere giving a clear message to countries like China that have notorious intentions towards neighbors like India. With camera person Rama Shankar, this is Akash Sharma for CNN News 18. So I am present at the aviation hangar of Charles de Gaulle, the nuclear-powered aircraft carrier of France that has made a port call here in India, and I'm showing you the hangar as of now. Clearly on your screens you are seeing as of now these Rafale aircrafts that have been closely parked here in this hangar, and we have been given to understand that the total capacity of this hangar is to carry at least 25 aircrafts. As of now, this aircraft carrier has 20 marine Rafale, and if I can show you these visuals, there you can see the missile as well, and this blue mark is very important, which shows that this is just a test missile. And also, if we talk about these marine Rafales, so Indian Navy has basically shortlisted these Rafales, and in the future we may see these aircrafts to be a part of fleet in Indian Navy. But as of now, this place is very important while we talk about this aircraft carrier. So after being a part of joint exercise with India, it has made a port call here in Goa, and we have been given to understand that it will be present at this particular place for next 5 days. And also talking about this particular exercise, so we know about the relation between India and France, and talking about this exercise, so it was the 21st edition of the particular exercise. We call it Varuna, and right now if I can ask my VJ Rami to show you these visuals. This is clearly the 360-degree view of the hangar, which has been, in fact, which has the capacity of carrying 25 aircrafts. And also we have been given to understand that whenever they feel any sort of technical glitch in these aircraft, so this is the place where they take care of all the technical glitches. And also this place is also important because this particular aircraft carrier is a nuclear powered one, and it is very important. It is the first aircraft carrier that has been made outside the US and is nuclear powered. But again, the important place, the hangar. We'll try to show you more places of this aircraft carrier, but hangar is one of the most important places because there you see the aircrafts like Rafale, there you see aircrafts like all others, and these aircrafts are a part of this carrier strike group. With camera person Rama Shankar, this is Akash Sharma for CNN News 18. This is one of the most important place of this aircraft carrier. Well, I'm standing at this place, and this is called the navigation bridge, and this particular seat is the commander seat, from where you can have a clear view of the deck and also the aircraft carrier as to in which direction it is moving, and on the basis of those directions further call can be taken. We have been given to understand that a total of 5 to 15 personnel can be deployed in this particular area for the navigation part, and also when it is about takeoffs and landings of the aircraft from deck. So this place becomes very, very important, because from this particular place commands are given to the operation, and then further call is taken for the takeoffs and landing. While it is about the navigation bridge, so it is one of the most important place for any aircraft carrier, and while it is about Charles de Gaulle, so the French aircraft carrier is at this point in time basically in Goa, and while it is about this particular aircraft carrier, so it is very important because we have been given to understand that in difficult situations, in fact, 20 to 22 people can be deployed here for the navigation part. With camera person Ramashankar, this is Akash Sharma for CNN News 18. This is the deck area of Charles De Gaulle, the nuclear-powered aircraft carrier of France that has made a port call here in India. And I'm showing you the visuals of the aircrafts first, the Marine Rafale, and also some others that have been parked here on the deck. And also, we have been given to understand that talking about the deck area of this particular aircraft carrier, so it has a length of 260 meters and it has two basically deck that are used for takeoffs and landings. Also, we have been given to understand that the difference of timing in two simultaneous takeoffs is as short as 30 seconds. It means that two Rafales can take off from this particular aircraft carrier in just 30 seconds. Also, we have been given to understand that 3 seconds is the minimum time in which you can expect a Marine Rafale to take off, given that it has all the necessary requirements and necessary protocols complete. Also, talking about the deck area, so it has a capacity of total 30 aircrafts that can be parked here, and also as of now you are seeing these Marine Rafales and also this Hawkeye aircraft. We have been told that whenever you talk about any aircraft carrier, so the length of the deck plays an important role in takeoffs and landings, and also while it is about the timing, so timing plays a crucial role in the features, and whenever you talk about the specialities of that aircraft carrier or the features of that aircraft carrier. So we have been given to understand that 30 seconds is the time, is the short time, is the time that can be considered as the standard time for two different takeoffs. And also 30 aircrafts can be parked at this particular deck at one point in time. This particular aircraft carrier is very, very important and crucial because as of now, it has made a port call here in India, and it was a part of joint exercise between India and France, a 5 days long annual exercise, which is commonly called as Varun. And as of now, it has been concluded. But this deck area, again, if I can ask my camera person Rami to show you a 180-degree view of this particular area, because this is one of the most crucial area of any aircraft carrier. We have been told that 260 meters is the length, and while it is about the capacity, so it can carry 30 aircrafts. 30 aircrafts can be parked at one point in time at this particular deck. With camera person Ramashankar, this is Akash Sharma for CNN News 18. Joining me now is the French ambassador to India, Emmanuel Lenain, sir. Sir, my first question would be, you have talked about the joint exercise Varuna between India and France. While we talk about Indian Ocean region, so China has an increasing dominance in the region. Is it a matter of concern for France as well?
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, like India, we are a country we feel we are India's neighbor. We are resident power of the Indian Ocean. We have a few million citizens living in the region. We have a special economic zone, and we have interest to see the trade routes open. So we side by side with India to enforce, I would say, freedom of navigation, and also to make sure that the Indian Ocean is a space that is still ruled by law. It's very important.
All right. So, sir, this year marks the 25th anniversary of the strategic partnership between India and France. Talk to us about this joint exercise and also about this partnership.
Well, partnership has been going on for 25 years. It's an incredible partnership based on full trust, and as I said, it's between partners, so for good and bad days, and we have a great record. I mean, when each others were in need, we've been there to back the partner. When you did your nuclear test in 1998, some countries did sanction you. We were at your side and showing some understanding. The following years, when you had issues at Kargil with one of your neighbors, neighbor we were also supporting, and you reciprocated numerous times. And this great level of trust now helps us to expand in all the big domains that are key to our strategic autonomy. So not only defense procurement, but now digital, now cyber, also space, tomorrow artificial intelligence, quantum calculation. I'm not going to quote everything, but that's really the value of a strategic partnership.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. So, French ambassador talking to CNN News 18 and putting forward his thoughts as of now. With camera person Ramesh Shankar, this is Akash Sharma for CNN News 18. Joining me now is the commander of French Carrier Strike Group, Admiral Cluzel. Sir, you were a part of the joint exercise between India and France. What is your experience and how do you see the strategic partnership between these two countries?
Yes, so we conducted during the last 5 days another edition of the Varuna exercise. You must know that we are celebrating this year the 40th anniversary of the Varuna exercise. Each sailor in the Navy, in the French Navy, but also in the Indian Navy, has been involved in a few Varuna exercises, at least. It was my fourth Varuna exercise, and I was really happy to meet again my Indian friends. So the exercise involved the French Carrier Strike Group as a whole. So the Charles De Gaulle, the Carrier Air Group with the 20 Rafales, 2 Hawkeyes, few helicopters, the 2 destroyers that are behind us, an air defense destroyer and an SW destroyer, and the French also oiler. That's for the French side. On the Indian side, we had the chance to exercise with 2 highly valuable ships, one air defense destroyer, Chennai, and 1 frigate, Tech. The exercise, so 5 days, very challenging, an aggressive schedule, and like always, a lot of improvements. Each time I come back to India to conduct the Varuna exercise, I see a lot of improvements in our ability to operate together in the coordination of the forces and the assets in each warfare domain, be it anti-surface warfare, anti-submarine warfare, anti-air warfare, and air operations.
So, talking specifically about the French side, so how many sailors were the part of the exercise? If you can talk to us about the number, and also if you can throw some light on the security challenges in the Indian Ocean region.
So we are currently deployed for 2 months. Sorry, I will make it again. We are deployed with the French Carrier Strike Group for more than 2 months now. The Carrier Strike Group, from which I have the honor to assume the tactical command, represents more than 2,500 sailors today. We left Toulon in the south of France, a very beautiful town. Mid-November it was, and we operated 1 month and a half in the Mediterranean Sea, to contribute to the securization of the Mediterranean, and to reinforce also the deterrence and defense posture of the alliance in the eastern flank of Europe. Also to contribute to the fight against Daesh in the Middle East, Syria and Iraq. And mid-December we had the chance to cross the Suez Canal, and that was very important for us to prove to our partners that we are really reliable security partners in the Indian Ocean, that we are assuming all our commitments, and so now for more than a month we contribute to the allied operations in the Indian Ocean, and we reinforce all the partnerships we have with our strategic partners, and India, of course, is one of them.
My last question would be, so we know about the conditions as of now, conditions between Russia and Ukraine. We know the conditions between some other countries as well. Seeing all these challenges, how important is it that countries like India and France are coming together for these joint exercises? Also, talking about the importance of these joint exercises, so how helpful these exercises would be for future?
Yeah. In fact, the India and France are sharing common interests and are facing common threats in the Indo-Pacific. And this kind of exercise, the Varuna exercise, gives us the possibility to assume our responsibility together to guarantee a safe, free and open Indo-Pacific.
All right. So, Admiral Cluzel talking about the joint exercise between India and France, and also about the challenges specifically in the Indo-Pacific region. Because at this point in time, while we talk about Indian Navy, so Indian Navy is working towards Atmanirbhar approach, is relying on Atmanirbhar approach, and allies like France play an important role in it. With camera person Rama Shankar, this is Akash Sharma for CNN News 18. Joining me now is the commanding officer of Charles De Gaulle, Captain Sebastian. Sir, welcome to CNN News 18. My first question would be, you were a part of the joint exercise with India, Varuna. How has been your experience first, and talking about the aircraft carrier? So talk to us about the special features of this aircraft carrier as well.
Well, this experience for this 23 edition of Varuna was a very demonstrative capacity of our mutual skills in all warfare domains, either anti-air warfare, anti-surface warfare, and also how we operate naval aviation. So for me, as a commanding officer of the Charles de Gaulle, it was a very demonstrative exercise. We were able to cooperate in a very high-end skills. We were able to do some mutual approaches, MiG-29 on the Charles de Gaulle, with the capacity of having landing signal officers, Indian landing signal officers controlling Rafale approach on Charles de Gaulle and approach of MiG-29 on Charles de Gaulle, which are the very unique and very high-end skills we can have in the carrier navies.
While we talk about Charles de Gaulle, so we have been given to understand that, the difference of timings of two subsequent takeoffs is as short as 30 seconds. And, it is not the only feature. We have a number of features. So if you can talk to us about those features of this particular nuclear-powered aircraft carrier.
You're right. With catapults and the arrested recovery, the aim of this kind of carrier is to have a best rate of launch and recovery, to maximize the power projection. It's also a direct link between the flight deck and the maintenance organization, the fuel storage, the munition. Like I said, again, to provide the best power projection. We are fitted right now with an air wing of 20 Rafale, 2 E2C to enhance our depth understanding on the situational awareness, helicopters for the safety and also for the maritime surveillance. All this in a 42,000 tons carrier, autonomous, able to sustain the life of 1,800 sailors, but also to have on board the center of command to command the whole fleet, not only the carrier, but also the destroyers, the submarine and the maritime patrol aircraft.
If we talk about the presence of this aircraft carrier in the Indian Ocean region, so we have been told that you have spent a number of days, and now that when you have made a port call finally, you are going to stay for next 5 days. Yes. Talk to us about your plans now.
My plans, like all the sailors on board the Charles de Gaulle, will be to discover and to visit India. Like I said, Goa and India is one of the favorite places to visit for French sailors, because it's the very, very far away, very, very far port visit. and also because it's very exotic, because it's very interesting, and we know all the Indian people are very friend people with us. So our plans will be to visit, to be, of course, to have some rest after a very intense period at sea, doing all around the Goa hotels and touristic tours.
All right. So clearly, officers are very happy while it is about their presence in the Indian Ocean region, and also the particular port call here in Goa, because now here at this particular place they are going to stay for next 5 days, and their plan is to explore Goa and India in the next few days. With camera person Ramashankar, this is Akash Sharma for CNN News 18.